O'clock. It is the voice of Indiana County, WCCS 101.1 FM and AM 1160. I do that. I talk all the way up to the time that we actually get on the air. Patricia Dodson is with us this morning. The Indiana Arts Association has its annual arts camp coming up. Did you do this last year?
We did not.
You did not.
No.
Figured pandemic thing?
Yeah, we just did not know what to expect and decided that we didn't want to be the cause of the next outbreak.
Yeah, probably a good decision. Our conversation brought to you by Marcus and Mack, a law firm representing injured people. You can see the interview on our Facebook page right now. I have to move this out of the way because I can't even. I could see the top half of your head from over there, and it's just a very rude way for me to try to converse with you. So this Indiana Arts Association, which is a different organization from the Indiana Arts Council.
Correct.
But the Art Association does this arts camp for youngsters, and it has been very, very highly successful in the past, hasn't it?
It's been wonderful. Actually, this is our 20th year. Last year would have officially been 20 years, but since we canceled it due to the pandemic, this year will be our 20th year celebration.
20 years of doing this. So it is back this year.
It is back, and it is ready to go.
So how does it work?
Well, the kids, well, their parents more likely, sign them up and register them, send in the check, which I take. But we have 2 weeks. The first week is going to be for elementary kids from 1st through 6th grade, and the second week is going to be 7th through 12th grade.
Okay.
And we are going to do classes in art, music, and theater. And it's kind of grown over the years, which has been a fabulous thing. It started, I was just talking about 20 years ago, a little over 20 years ago, because it was 2000. And it's kind of crazy because when I started it, it was, they said, oh, you might last 3 or 4 years. Okay, we'll see where it goes.
Yeah.
But at the time, there were a lot of sports camps for kids. And my own children, my daughter in particular, was deeply into the arts and the theater especially. Now, the first year we started out just art, and it was only like 4 days. And it was only like a couple of hours. And we were in the theater building. It was great. We had a lot of people from the Art Association. They're our sponsor. They're the people. I am part of the group. And a lot of the ladies that were there were good friends of mine. And they said, oh, yeah, let's try this. Whatever you need, just let us know. So they baked cookies for snack, and they taught classes, and they helped out in any way they could. And it went over well. So we continued to do it, and each year it got a little bit bigger for a while. The first year was 4 days. The next year was 5. The next year we added theater. Since my daughter was interested in theater and I had a couple of contacts, we said, let's do theater. And there's nothing around here at the time like that. Now, I say at the time because I don't want Brian Jones to be like, wait a minute, I've got something. Because Brian and I have had this conversation before.
Sure.
And this year he's not doing Theater by the Grove. Footlights, thank you. But anyway, so we added theater, and it got bigger. And a couple of years later, we added music. So we figured we covered all the arts.
Yeah.
It was good.
Yeah. So where does it take place? Well, first let's get the dates out there for folks.
Okay. It is July 19th. I was going to bring in my little brochure. July 19th through the, 23rd?
23rd.
And then
the
26th through the 30th.
Through the 30th, yeah. The last 2 weeks of July.
Yeah, and we've been trying to hold on to the last 2 weeks of July, and it started out at that time because it coincided with New Growth Arts Festival.
Sure.
Way back when that was going on,
the late lamented New Growth Arts Festival.
Yes,
which was such a great effort. I mean, people worked so hard to make that thing work.
With emphasis on effort. There was a lot that went into that because I used to do the open arts over in the courthouse. And so when that kind of went away, it was kind of nice because this filled in that void.
Yeah.
My poor children have never known a summer without, like, maybe their first 2 or 3. So, and I say that because my daughter is one of the theater teachers. She has her degree in theater now. So, and my son, he usually gets sucked in some way, shape, or form to help out. And
So they know Mom has arts camp. It's summertime. So don't make any
Yes.
plans for the last couple of weeks of July.
Right,
Or the
right.
first couple of weeks, because that's when the planning and all the work gets on.
The planning actually starts in February.
Yeah. It does take a while.
And I have to laugh because my son calls it the arts camp holiday because we had extra people usually around. It's a little different.
So for those who want to participate, what do they need to do?
Well, we have a Facebook page, Arts Camp Indiana, PA, because there's a lot of Arts Camp Facebook pages out there.
Okay.
And we have registration forms there. Now, for the most part, we still have some openings in the younger kids.
Yeah.
But the older kids, due to the pandemic, we kind of narrowed down our classes. They're not as big.
Okay.
So I think our 7th through 12th grade group is pretty full right at the moment.
That's pretty full up.
Yeah.
So,
but I know
elementary,
we still had room in the 1st and 2nd grade group. 3rd and 4th, we could still use a few more. 5th and 6th, maybe 1 or 2 more, not tons.
So limited opportunities for this year's classes, but
Yeah.
in those elementary grades, those are very important to get them off on that right foot when it comes to arts.
Yes, and I know, the school that I was at did not have art in the elementary, which probably a lot of people are going, oh, I know where that is. But it's so necessary for kids to be able to be creative, to be able to express themselves, because those are the kids that when they grow up and they continue to do arts, become very successful at doing that. They're less likely to get into trouble if they have that expression, if they have that release.
Yeah, yeah.
And they're a fun group.
I have a folder that I happen to have back in my office of art that I did when I was in elementary.
Oh, yeah?
And then you can follow the progression, and you can see the development all the way through the high school years and after that. And as I got better and better at it, when you look back at that and you see what you were creating in elementary school.
Oh, yeah.
And you as an art teacher, you know this. You can see it in kids right away when they have the passion for it.
Right.
They combine that with the talent, and then you throw in the education. That's what this is all about.
Yeah, yeah. It really makes for a well-rounded child, or a well-rounded adult by the time they grow up.
Yeah.
But and there are some kids that they're acting out because they do want to create, they do want to produce, they do want to be noticed. And we always say that's the thing about artists: we love the attention, whether you're a singer or an actor or an artist like a visual.
Yeah, and Arts Camp is that's the outlet for them here in this summertime months.
And it's been great watching these kids, because we've been doing it for so long. We've had kids that have made friendships with other kids that they wouldn't normally see throughout the year. And we laugh because one of our teachers, Robin Bailey Orchard, her son was going for the first few years, and he would meet up with another girl who came from Virginia to come stay with her grandparents. And as it turned out, they, of course, grew up, and Jem went on to college, to military school, and wound up asking Emily to the dance there. And the two of them are very close still.
I was going to say, do we have a Hallmark movie in the making here? It's wonderful, though. It really is. The summer camp experience, whether it's the arts or the sports or whatever it might be, those are the experiences that those kids are going to take with them for a very, very
And with
long
this
time.
being our 20th year, we're kind of throwing it out there. Anybody that's gone through arts camp that wants to put a little couple-minute video together, and Tegan's going to put it online, so they can put it in through our Arts Camp Facebook page, or they can send it to Tegan.
Oh, that'd be terrific. Now, of course, when you have the outlet for creation, you also need an outlet where you can see the works. Is there a way that folks can see what gets done at Arts Camp?
Well, up until this year, we've always had a production on Friday evening of whatever we've done for that week. And it is pretty amazing because it's 1 week, and you figure a lot of these schools around here, when they produce plays, they've got like 3 months to get ready.
Sure.
We've got, 4 days? This year, we're going to have to post it online. Due to COVID restrictions, we can't really have, 150, 200 people get together in the same room.
But that's okay, because more people can see it. Let's put it that way.
We're hoping it all goes smoothly. I have a couple of helpers that staff now, that have done things like this in the past, and they're like, "Don't worry, we're going to take care of it." So I said, "Okay, you take care of it. I'm not going to worry."
It's
Maybe a
good
little.
to be able to step back and let others handle those things, isn't it?
And it's really nice when you have a very capable staff, which I think has been the secret to success. We have people that I can rely on, and I really have faith in.
Okay, so for people who, once again, want to learn more about Arts Camp and what it is and how it works, and maybe for those final few slots that are available in the elementary grades, give the Facebook information again. It's
Arts Camp, Indiana, PA. Mm-hmm. So if you go just to Arts Camp, you're going to get who knows what. There's a lot of them out there.
Yeah,
but
you can narrow it down.
You need the Indiana, PA part.
Indiana, PA is going to do it for you. Beautiful. Patricia Dodson, our guest here this morning on Indiana in the Morning. Anything else people need to know about all of this?
You can watch them on our Facebook page, too.
Mm-hmm.
We will probably put out like a link to the parents and the people that are involved.
Yeah. And did you retire from teaching right after this past year or the last year?
Just a couple weeks ago. I'm still doing my paperwork.
Oh, yeah.
People keep saying, "How's retirement?" And I say, "I'll let you know when I feel like I did it."
You generally are going to get busier once you retire.
I don't know how much busier I want to get right now.
Yeah, well, sometimes that's not our choice either. But it's been good with working with you through the school and now through Arts Camp and the Indiana Art Association as well for all these, several years.
Oh, yes. Thank you. Yeah.
All righty.
And one of my former students is going to be one of my assistants this year.
Oh, good. Good. They know what it's all about then.
We just keep them going.
That's the way to do it. Get the assembly line rolling.
That's it.
It is the voice of Indiana County, WCCS.